it's not lost on me that I argued for and campaigned for Seanad abolition. At that stage we had no confidence in the government to reform it. That's been apparent. Taoiseach's own report, basically didn't, or the Taoiseach requested a report whereby changes could be made without going to the people again, and they've been ignored. But Sinn Féin are calling for gender balance, 50-50 gender balance, voting rights for the North, for diaspora.
Do you think it should be opened up to all universities?
Yeah, universal franchise for all our citizens. And on the same day,
do you think it is?
probably not so likely if Fine Gael continue. I mean, it should be held on the same day as the Dáil election, and so that's kind of where we stand. We'd also like to see the Seanad, look at European legislation with effect to Ireland as well. So.